Everyone always asks me, is wholesaling legal? And the answer is yes, if you do it the right way. Fortunately, it's almost like real estate agents. It's very rare to find a good wholesaler. So I want to walk through a couple of the most important steps that you should focus on first before you even think about talking to a seller. The most important parts, and one, is to think like an investor. If you've never purchased real estate before, you don't know what makes a good deal or what doesn't make a good deal. So I would get every book known to man on how to analyze real estate transactions. Doing the comparables correct and pricing the home is vital, or you don't have a transaction. You'll know real quick no one's buying the property. If you have a property at the right price, it will sell. It will sell to an investor. If you ever need a cash buyer, absolutely call us. We buy properties in all 50 states, but really focus on 30 states from Texas over to the east side. We would be your cash buyer. What I want you to focus on, one, is learning how to price a property the right way. And then two, your cash buyers. Now, I've heard other people online say, oh, you don't need a cash buyer. You absolutely need your cash buyer lined up. And I'm going to tell you why. When I go into a new market, and at first I'm wholesaling versus using our money to purchase the property, I talk to cash buyers first. I call them up on the phone and I want to learn more about the market. And if I get in good enough with one of the larger cash buyers, before I even go see a house or I'm looking at a house to analyze, we have that kind of relationship where I can call him or her up. Okay, I'm looking at this property. These are my numbers. What are yours? And we go through it before we put the property in contract. I know what they're willing to spend. It just gives me a gauge. There's nothing worse that you can do to someone and tell them you're buying their home and you didn't price it right and they're packing and getting ready to move and you don't have it sold. It's horrible. You do not have to lie to sellers. It's all in the way you say certain things. And I say the same thing every single time. We purchase real estate and we have several exit strategies. We either buy the house, we fix and flip it, we might buy it to hold on to it, or we might work with one of our local investors in the market. It just depends. We have no idea yet until we go figure out if we're going to purchase your house first, and then we're going to come up with our exit strategy. That's what normal people do. That's what investors do. When we go to look at a property, I'm looking at it going, is this something I would just want to flip, or is this something I want to keep on our books as a rental? What's the market like? All of those things are in consideration of your exit strategy for a property. You're not lying. You don't need to lie to a seller. You need to have a buyer and you need to know where you're going to place this home. I'm going to show you a couple easy ways to find cash buyers for free, no money. Well, besides me, I'm number one. You have to call me first. For cash buyers, it's super easy. Go on the county records, can search all of the properties in a certain county. And what I always do is I go up to the top and I punch in properties. Typically, real estate companies, they're going to have properties in the name, investment in the name, flip it. Come up with common names. Just run a search in the county and you'll see all the properties that they own. So you'll see if they bought 4 or 5, if they own 10. That's one way to find cash buyers for free. Another way, and not a lot of people know this, so this is a big secret and they probably will I probably shouldn't tell you this. I don't want to lose my valuable way I do this. There's a site X Pro, and it's Black Knight. They're huge for the real estate data. In there you would put the street that you're looking for and you can pull comps on a property. What I do is I click on the search by owner name. Same thing. You can go in and you can put the county and the owner name, investment, home, rental. Those are common names, and it will show you a list of all of the companies with that name, and you can see 5 properties, 10 properties, how many properties they own. Another great way to do it for free. I'll leave my link down below. Batch Leads is massive, huge, that you can utilize their services. They tell you all the cash buyers. You can even skip trace in their program. They'll give you the phone number, the email address, everything with the cash buyer. You can see how many properties they own. That's another way to get a list of cash buyers. It's really super easy to get the cash buyer list. What you do next is you need to talk to them. I say the same thing every single time, and it's, hi, this is Dana. I'm with Local Home Investment. We're opening in your market. We're looking at wholesaling. I noticed that you bought, sometimes I'll make a joke of it because I try to deal with just the the top guys and girls in the market. Unless they own 10 or more homes or are super active, I don't want to really work with them. That's just my philosophy. I want volume. When I go into a market, I want to know I can move 5 properties to someone if I got 5 properties in contracts. I want someone that's large that can handle the volume that we can create. I will say to them, we're opening in the market. Is there a lot of wholesalers in the market? Do they know what they're doing? And that usually gets a chuckle. And they tell me what they're looking for, whether a fix and flip, if it was a rental. I find out from them if they're using hard money, how are they funding the transaction? Because if someone's using hard money, you know that their numbers are going to be different because it's so expensive for them. Maybe that's someone you don't want to work with. It's going to come out of your pocket because they're going to do their math and they're going to have in there 3 points, 5 points for the hard money and the carrying costs while they're rehabbing the home. These are all things that need to be considered when you're picking the cash buyer and looking at the numbers. I want you guys to do it the right way and make sure that it's legal. You're not selling a property, you're selling a contract. That is the most important thing, and why it's legal without a real estate license is because you're selling a contract, not a property. And you've got to keep remembering that or you will get in trouble. Step 1 is get your cash buyer list written out, and then you call them and figure out which ones you want to work with. Those are the 2 things to really focus on first before you even attempt wholesaling, is getting your mindset to think like an investor and to get cash buyers lined up. Then you can go out and start having a career in wholesaling. Definitely don't forget, you're not selling a property, you are selling a contract. Also, please like and subscribe. That helps us out tremendously. I absolutely adore you guys. This is D Money. Peace out, and look for volume number 2 coming soon. Bye.